Hello, this is Bandit here with the group stage of the Variety Cup. A bit of a frazzled Bandit at the moment. I'm trying to get used to setting my stream up. Got a couple of new widgets, and I can already see in the chat we have a Randy. Hello. Um, so hopefully you should see the chat appearing on the screen a little bit. I'll move it across based on the scene that we have, but you should be able to see that appearing in the top left there. Awesome. Hello, hello. Hello, Bard of Nerds. We've got potentially a bit of a long set today. The aim today is to try and get two of the group matches done. So what you'll see is we've got Group A, and if we head on over to games here, our first game in that set is GamesGod versus the HD AI. And then hopefully, if we have enough time, moving on from there, we're going to be having Sun Tzu versus Brightspark. I'd already submitted my civilizations to Rorik. Arandi did the same, so I've only just seen Arandi's civs, and it's excited to be a good set. And thank you for folks in the first four games for coming back to me with civ picks and drafting. It's been really fun going back and forth between people, and it seems to be working well. I think we've got some really interesting sets. First of all, let's have a look at what matches each set is going to play. So we'll start with GamesGod and HDAI, and then we'll dive into the game. GamesGod and HDAI, what will happen is this is a play all three. So just to recap, what happens is both players get to ban a civ map. So they get to ban a map of the 9 that we have laid out. And then once both of those bans take place, each player then gets to choose their favorite map of the remaining 7 or 8, depending on if they ban the same one or not. And then finally, each player gets to pick the team size for the opponent's map, and a third random map is selected of the remaining 5 with a random team size selected too. Now, historically speaking, GamesGod normally just goes random. I think in every tournament that I've known him to take part in, he rolls random for Civ, he rolls random for any maps. So I reached out to him anyway on the forums just to say, hey, this is what we're doing. Do you want to take part in the draft? And he came back with some choices. So I can tell you, at least from the map perspective, GamesGod is not going random. Very quickly, just to show you what he did end up going for, and HDAI, because it's built into the system, did go random. Of the 2 players, we had these 9 maps, and GamesGod was quite quick on the mark with this. 2 maps got banned. GamesGod immediately banned Michi. It's a no-go, and HDI rolled Arena. So Michi and Arena are not being played in this set. And then as for maps that were chosen, we had GamesGod went for Rivers, and HDAI rolled randomly into Arabia. So Rivers and Arabia are the 2 maps that are going to be set there. And then each got to choose the team size for the opponent's maps. So HDAI rolled randomly and rolled a 4v4 for Rivers. And GamesGod said, I don't care too much about team size, go random. And so the random roll landed on 2v2 on Arabia. And then finally, we got a third map that was rolled randomly with the team size rolled randomly as well. And of the remaining set, the map that was rolled was Baltic. And that rolled as a 4v4. So we're going to start off with GamesGod's map pick with Rivers. Then we're going to go into Arabia with a 2v2, and then we're going to go a 4v4 with Baltic. Now, I checked this right now just to be sure, but GamesGod never got back to me with Civ picks. So I think he's quite happy to go random with the Civ picks there. What I'm going to do, I do have a quick wheel roll that we can do for those to pick those civs, and then we'll get into the game. So the game is mostly set up. So panning on over, let's get rid of those. And the reason I'm doing the wheel for this rather than just using the custom set is I want to be able to remove civs as I go for both of these. So what we'll do is we'll roll GamesGod's first 4 civs for rivers. Okay, we've got Aztecs. Japanese. Armenians. And Italians. Okay, interesting set there. And before I go ahead and pop those in the map, we'll do the same for HD. Both GamesGod and HD can play all civs, which makes this nice and easy. We have the Wu from HD. The Burgundians. The Khitans. And I did check the Khitans because the Conqueror's AI couldn't make pastures, so I did a test actually to make sure Khitans could work, and they do with HD. It builds pastures fine. And Magyars as a final civ. So, switching over to the results here, we have Wu, Burgundians, Khitans, and Magyars versus Aztecs, Japanese, Armenians, and Italians. Why does Khitans not work? I'm not sure. I think maybe because with Khitans you have to use a different command to check for idle farms. And that might not have been built into CDAI. But yeah, with a load of my testing that I did with Khitans, I noticed that CDAI never makes them. So let's pan on over to the game. And we'll add these in. So we had for GamesGod, Aztecs was the first. We'll do this in order. Japanese, Armenians, and Italians. Okay, so we have Aztec and Italians on the flank, Japanese and Armenians as pockets. And then for HD, we have the Wu, Burgundians as pocket, nice pocket civ. Khitans, not technically a booming civ, but the pastures do a good job of it. And then Magyars on the flank. And let's make sure our civs are correct there. Sorry, our teams. So we should have all settings there. We're playing on rivers. We're on a large map. We've got 4 of each AI, and lock teams is on. Okay, let's see how this goes. and we'll switch over to Capture Age. Let's zoom out. So, what have we got going on here? So, first of all, we've got some horrible names going on. So, let's see if we can change that in the settings. ALC. Get these switched out. Okay, and I think we're good there. We'll just catch up for a minute. Excellent. I'll just move this over so I can see the chat. 7680p. It's whatever settings I've got built into it. So don't know if there's another way I can change that. We've got HDAIs all going for Loom at roughly the same time, 10 villagers. We've got a mill on berries. Not so much for this HDAI, so we've got the flank playing slightly differently there. Boar being lured, straggler teeth being pulled, and we do have a mill in the shade. So looking at which side is against which, we've got Aztecs teaming up against the Burgundians over there, and then on the other side we've got Italians against the Wu. So it'd be interesting to see what they go for. It looks like Red has missed its goats over here. But both seem to be pretty steady on their bill counts at the moment. We've got a boar over here that's not been lured just yet, but hopefully in sight. GamesGod grabbing its other boars. Armenians using the mule cart okay, so it looks like they've been built up the side, so lumber is being gathered. We do have a couple of missed goats here though. So hopefully one of GamesGod's scouts will find that. Looking over at green, we can see some ostrich pushing that's been happening, so that should give it a good start. Got a mill. Boar's been missed here so far, but they might go for it if it gets spotted when the scout wanders across these shallows. Shared exploration is on. You can see actually the villager does eventually go for it. And we do thankfully have some villagers at a TC that can take care of that boar. Okay. We got our first feudal age click from the Aztecs, so extra carrying capacity may be doing a bit of a job there. We've got a bit of a forward barracks, lumber camp and a forward mining camp here. We've got food on the back. Are we going to see men at arms, or are we going to go eagles? I mean, we've got a really nice mining camp between the stone and the gold mine there. Really nice low elo mining camp. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. They made it. Whew. Okay, we have all of the GamesGods going for feudal age. So they're all treating this the same. Pockets aren't behaving much differently to the flanks. And HD seems to be going. First of all, we've got a dock already with a fishing ship being made. they are gradually going into feudal age, which is implying that maybe they're going for a more economic feudal or potentially a fast castle. I find that HDAI likes to take its time to feudal age if a dock is involved, and try and get a few fish out. We have a couple of docks here. So we can see yellow's got one too. In fact, all of the HDAIs have docks. Do the GamesGods have them? They don't, but they do have a tower, which is on the shallows here. Now, light blue is the pocket, so this tower is only going to help if grey is in trouble, or I suppose if anything comes near the water. But it's unlikely that's needed. We're going to see that green does the same, and I wonder if all of these are going to do it. Yeah, here we go. And we can see it from grey too. GamesGod always towers. Forward tower as well. It's expecting the aggression. The ones on the flanks here might help, though they don't cover the water, so we might see some problems here. Nice ostriches here for the HDI to take. We've got some economic upgrades happening over here. We can see we've got archers. Archers from blue. 2 archery ranges. We've got men-at-arms, militia, I should say, coming from green. But they have built a dock. They've seen this fishing ship from HD, I reckon, and that's prompted them to build a galley. And almost in anticipation for that, all of the HDAIs are going fire ships. So this isn't going to bode well for GamesGod. We do have scouts coming from light blue, which is nice to see. And we have archers coming from the other flank as well. So both flanks, they've made an archer. The tower is potentially getting some damage here, but a villager has gone down. Hello. What are they doing? Trying to work out if that's a builder or a repairer, or if they're trying to repair the ship. The archer is giving that trouble, but the archer's going to go down quite quickly. Unless a villager distracts it. Interesting. We've got another dock coming from red, so it looks like it's going to start committing to the water and try and own that. Meanwhile, on the other side, we've got the red scout that's gone all the way over here. Any fighting going on? Just yellow scout. We've got green GamesGod, galley scouting there, being taken down by fire ships. That's going to be a fight that HDI wins. The tower doing a decent job here, getting hits. I mean, it's not particularly effective here, but I do like the fact that the archers can attack the navy. In older versions of the games, when I was back using attack now, and attack groups, often navy would get missed on these kind of maps, and so you would just see loads of archers ignore the navy. But the scouts are coming in. 1 village down, and 3 scouts down. That was a good win for HD. Fire ship hitting back. Ooh. Brave dock. Do you have a fire ship? So we can see GamesGod going demos. Okay, so it is adapting to the sight of fire ships. It's taking its time doing it, but it is going demos just when HD is going to switch into galleys. So terrible timing, it seems, for GamesGod, and excellent timing for HD. A forward tower from GamesGod. Okay, that's going to spice things up a bit. 1 villager building it, but it's far enough away that I think the villagers are not going to attack it, and it is close enough that it is going to disrupt that wood line somewhat. He doesn't have fletching yet, so maybe with fletching as well it will cause more disruption. That is nice. Meanwhile, yellow's building another dock. On the left hand side we can see there's a bit of a fight going on. The tower actually getting some range on the water, so fair enough. I stand corrected. GamesGod can actually range up to these. Though the fire ships getting a load of value there, taking out men-at-arms, blocking any villagers from passing. Loads of long-range fishing going on. Cyan is actually getting fletching, which is nice, but we really want Grey to get fletching. Might see some demo ships. Oh, okay. So he's garrisoning them. He's going to release them out all in one go. I've seen him do this with land units. He'll save 4 or 5 and then release at once. This could be really nice with this group of fire ships. Let's see if he does release these. I know there's action going on elsewhere, but very keen to see this in action. Oh, okay, 3 fire ships from 2 demos. That wasn't bad. This is a little disappointing. Would have loved to have seen some more action over here. And he's going to start making demos again from the other dock. So it looks like red is dominating on this side. Meanwhile, orange and purple are gathering up, ganging up on this tower. Some of the galleys are getting some shots in. We've got archers wandering nearby as well. Eagles. We've got switch to eagles, detecting the archers, I imagine. And in terms of economy, actually, GamesGod's a little ahead. So behind all of this, HD's invested a lot in Navy. GamesGod less so, and has a few more villagers on the back of it, despite losing quite a few. There we go, Catan's actually researching the text for their pastures. Very nice to see. This is GamesGod's mill. It's detecting the ostriches. It's going to build a mill there. Protected by demos. Oh, are we going to see some collisions here? Or is he going to go for the villager? Okay. 2 ships down, not bad. They decided against the mill. I think that's a good call. Meanwhile, yellow is very much attacking this base. So we've got Cyan that's come in as backup. We're seeing some of these arrows shooting. Yeah, it is. It's just not doing much damage. Just double checking that micro is actually working for GamesGod. It is. But it's archers against knights. HD, this yellow had a chance to build up. It's got loads of fire ships, 6 knights in the base, and GamesGod is already going into spears to go for that. And it's going to build some towers as extra defense while it does that. This one is in Castle Age, and green is in Castle Age too. Green is building another TC, but at the back. And yellow is starting to boom, and you can start to see with yellow booming, we're seeing HD now taking the villager lead. These towers might do a good job actually of fending off some of these ships. If we can get a couple of towers here. This is garrisoned. So although the village count is close, GamesGod is losing quite a few villagers level of production. The tower don't make it. It's a lot of resources going in. All of GamesGod AIs are in Castle Age though. We're seeing cav archers from green. We're seeing trade already. So green thinks it's safe to trade. No Castle Age units from the rest. We are seeing crossbow and bodkin being researched though. Bodkin being particularly nice for Cyan Bears and 7 archers there. The knights keep coming in. Guard tower, perhaps, might be nice here. I love the cheek of this fishing ship. Just on the outskirts of GamesGod's territory. We are seeing blue build a TC behind this. Cyan's starting to do the same. So actually, GamesGod might win the boom here. Nice demo. We can see the ships are being upgraded here on both sides. So they're going to cancel each other out. GamesGod, I thought you fixed the cav archers. Oh, GamesGod. So this was an issue that happened It is firing occasionally. So this was an issue that happened in the Bimap Cup. So Cav Archers, their time to next attack doesn't change quickly enough. So what happens is, in no attack stance, it looks like they've shot when they haven't, and so your manual commands will spam the same target. You'll notice it only happens with Cav Archers. You should find that these crossbows work just nicely. GamesGod, if you do listen to this, the trick for the Cav Archers to work, just don't put them in no attack stance. If you put them into stand ground when you do that attack, the attack will follow through as it should. So stand ground is a way to go. Okay, we're starting to see some of these ships go down. We've got knights coming from GamesGod as well, so we should see these hold off. And this is a proper AI army here. We've got crossbows, we've got skirms, we've got knights. Are these knights going to attack the ships? They're not, they're going to bypass them. It's been really nice on the shallows to see the melee damage happen. Sound effects a little too loud. Yeah, I can tweak that. Let's see. Hopefully that helps a bit. I can bring the mic a bit closer as well. I deliberately put it a bit further away than it was before. It hasn't changed anything. Let's see. Okay, that should have turned it down a little bit, and hopefully that will help somewhat. Excellent, thank you. We've still got demo ships coming from here. We've got more towers being built. GamesGod doing the same thing over and over again. We've got battering rams in here now, though. We can see the armies have been sliced down. Siam may be able to come in to save, but we've got more army coming in here. We can see GamesGod still has more villagers, just no military to back it up. The majority of HD's military is navy. So actually, as they go more inland, GamesGod may be in a position where it can defend. Looking over this side, we have scorpions and galleys happening over here. We've got our first AI going into Imperial Age as well, so the Burgundians Imperial Age here. We might see some early Cavalier and Paladin start to come in soon. Okay, they're moving in. We've got the Rams here, and nothing's really defending them. Towers are not going to do this. They might take out these Scorpions, but GamesGod really needs something, a melee unit to deal with these Rams. Are we going to see villagers attack these, perhaps? Take out the villager, maybe. Okay, green's coming to try and save the day. Are these knights going to attack the ships? No, they're still ignoring the ships, but they are raiding orange. Okay. Bit of a counter-attack. And actually, green is doing pretty solid. 99 vills. A couple of the HDs on 60. So overall, GamesGod's still doing okay on the vill count. These knights seem to be wandering around a fair bit. I think they're looking to hoover up some vills. Okay. An optimistic castle. Is this castle going to go up? This might be the defense that GamesGod needs. Demo ship. Bigger demo ship this time. Right in the middle. Very nice. I think this castle goes up, particularly with blue distracting. Oh, that is DUC villager behaviour there. They're trying to avoid, and GamesGod is going, no, 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 get back in there. Build that castle. We've got another villager on its way. Heated shots. Needed that a while ago. Oh, and the ram comes just in time. Is the knight able to clear that ram? We've got another ram coming from the base. Oh, I think the castle goes up, but then it goes down again quite quickly. Oh. Okay, you can't see this, I don't think. But the game has just crashed. And I don't mean a infinite loop. I mean a proper crash. I've got a bug splat report that's coming up. Actual crash. Now, I remember, at least from previous tournaments, that there is perhaps a tool that you can use to find out what caused the crash. If anyone has that, that would be grand to see. Because I don't know what's caused the crash or which side. Oh, how disappointing. Well, we can't continue that game. The game will have gone, I think. I can try and reload it. Yeah, and as Aleph and Elias are saying there, normally this kind of thing would be an admin loss, but we don't know which side. I wouldn't want to jump to the conclusion that it's GamesGod because it's a custom AI, because we've seen errors with built-in AIs before. Okay, so I think what we do is we try and reload it to see if there was a save game, to see if we can restore it. I'm imagining we can't, and if not, we continue with the rest of the set, and I'll see if there's a way we can find out what caused a crash on this side. But we'll continue with the set if we can't recover it. I think that's probably the best way to go. He says as he restores his game. Unexpected. It was just heating up. I mean, looking at this, GamesGod had the military disadvantage, but again, most of it was on water. We could see it was one of them was going in, so it was going to catch up. But I think chances are yellow would have had a chance of breaking away there. Yeah, I'm not sure. There's nothing immediately that I think would crash it. I've tested both GamesGod and HD before setup. Haven't had a crash yet, so this is somewhat unusual. Okay. Also, just going to check my computer to make sure it's not on fire, just in case that's playing an element to it. No, it's not. It's doing okay. Right, back on track. Steam, let's go. Apologies for that, folks. Should have had a technical difficulties splash screen there. It wants me to restart anyway. Let's go ahead and do that. I don't think it will make a recovery file on a single player game. I don't think that's how it's going to work. It'd be nice if it did. Looking at save games. Oh, okay. There is an autosave. In fact, there's two autosaves. So it might come back. Failing that, I do have a save file for cheese on toast at least to have a look into it. How far back do we go? The castle's up. So the game continues. I'm going to stop this here. I think... oh, no, that's okay. I was thinking for a moment GamesGod was using HD chats, but I don't think it is. Just wanted to make sure I actually loaded GamesGod. Nope, the micro's happening. It is GamesGod. We're good. Nope, another crash. So something is killing it. We've got the save files, at least we know. I know I can get that, so I'll make a copy of that and we'll send that over to Cheese on Toast. Gutting. So, such a shame. Right, not the start we wanted to this. Just making a copy of the save so that they don't get overwritten, because it'd be good to narrow down what caused that. I'm sure either Forgotten Empires or GamesGod, whichever's the cause, I would appreciate that too. Cool, got the files there. Okay, we move on. We see... I agree with Aleph. We skip the match and we move on to the next. Apologies for that, folks. So, reload the game and we change civs. Okay. Hopefully this is not going to be a common thing that we see. Oh, you say skip to Sunto and Brightspark. I think that's fair, actually. Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay. So we'll come back to GamesGod and HDAI, and hopefully we won't get any crashes from it. Ironically, with this set, panning back over, me and Amanda did our draws for it. So our bans for this one, Randy banned Team Islands. I banned Fortified Clearing. And then in terms of maps that we selected for this one, we had Baltic selected by Randy, and I had to go Arabia. It was there on the table. And then in terms of team size, I went for 3v3 on the Baltic map. We had 4v4 for Arabia, picked by Randy. And then a random map was Rivers, this time 1v1. So actually the same three maps that came up. I will say this isn't a pattern that happens with all of the sets, but it just so happened that these first two ended up with the same three maps being picked. So we'll begin with Sun Tzu on Baltic for the Baltic pick, 3v3. And we did pick civs for this one as well, so no rolling for civs. Let's pan over to the game just so you can see setup. That should come up now. It's a 3v3. We're going Baltic. 6 players. We're going to have Sun Tzu. And Bright Spark. Okay, so we just need the civs. In all of this drama, can I remember the civs? I'm going to look at my chat with Rorik to see what we had. So Sun Tzu for Baltic, we had first flank was Bengalis. Pocket was Byzantines. And finally, the flank was Italians. Oh, not that one. Byzantines for this one, my apologies. There we go. Bengalis, Byzantines, Italians. Meanwhile, Bright Spark civs were... What did I pick? I went Vietnamese as first flank. Koreans as the pocket. And Dravidians for the other flank. Just want to check that this is all okay. So we've got Sun Tzu, we've got our Bright Sparks, they're on the right teams. We have Baltic, 3 players each side. All the settings look okay to me there. Let's go. And we'll switch to Capture Age. Yeah, thank you, Rorik, for working through those. Okay, so we've got a fairly decent sized map here, a lot of fish in the middle. And Sun Tzu is scouting. Now, I have to admit, Randy, I have no idea what to expect from Sun Tzu here. I know each time I've seen Sun Tzu play in a tournament, it's almost been like a completely different AI. I know it can do a really aggressive Goth rush. It can do archers with ranged micro. So I don't know whether to expect one of those or whether it's a whole refresh. So I'm excited to see what you come up with. They are monk civs. What's Randy been working on? He's hoping to convert my town centre. That's what it is. Does Brightspark's opening banter change depending on the opponent? It always predicts failure versus Illuminati. It changes its taunts based on the colour you pick. So if you're playing against Grey, for example, Grey is quite self-deprecating. Purple will be quite insulting to the opponent. And there's a bit of a mix for each of them as well, so they don't give the same taunt every time. There's a bit of a cycle between them. Pushing in Deer, very nice. We've got the ball coming in there. Very nice from Sun Tzu. We've got a lumber camp slightly on the forward edge there. Got another ball here that is being hunted. Sun Tzu doing an amazing job there of getting its food in. I imagine we're going to get the same here for the pocket. Yeah, we can see Deer's being pushed here to the mill. Really nice. And again, more Deer being pushed. No mill yet, but doesn't necessarily need it. Almost certainly seen that ball by pushing in that Deer. Brightspark is also luring boar. It's got the first boar in. It's getting the second. We've got some Deer here that haven't been pushed yet. Where is Brightspark Scout? Oh, it's scouting ahead. Okay, scouting the flank position. Interesting. Might be looking for enemy boars. I don't know if I turned that off for Baltic or not. So it's going to wander around. We've got, unless it's going to the left of the map. No, it's not. We're fine. So it is just wandering to the flank area. Blues had some food issues, less villagers. Maybe it hasn't hunted this boar yet, so perhaps that's the issue. You are going for a dock. Okay. Arandi's come prepared. How is this scout doing? It didn't get shot by the TC. That was very lucky. So it's found TC there. We're all roughly on the same vills. Two of each have researched loom. Red's not researched loom yet. Slightly worrying. We've got the Deer here if Brightspark decides to push. Okay, and actually the first feudal is going to be Sun Tzu. This Sun Tzu specifically. So 21 vills. Nice feudal age. It has a dock as well. It's got a fishing ship that's got the scouting bug, but the first one is going for food. We can see a couple of fishing ships here as well for light blue, so we're going for a bit of a fish boom. Brightspark, not on the water yet as far as I can see. No, it's not. Do I know what's going on there? I sure don't. Okay, we'll see what's going on with that. It's not boding well for Brightspark at this point. Okay, we've got all Brightsparks going to feudal age though, so something's triggered Brightspark to think it needs a load of gold in feudal age. We've got fishing ships here, really nice from Arandi, so we're going to get a big boost in food for Sun Tzu. I can see this potentially being a really quick castle age. Brightspark also saving a fair bit of food. Nearly enough food to go castle, so Brightspark might be waiting to go to castle age here. Brightspark, we've got a market, we've got 2 archery ranges, but not the resources to go up, so the market's a bit of an interesting choice. We've got a blacksmith and a market here. This is a castle age build. It's probably going to sell the stone to go up. Do we have the buildings here from Sun Tzu? We don't have any military, so Sun Tzu's taking its time. It's dedicating to water. This was the one that was a few vills behind though, so perhaps it's struggling there. Showing a mining camp. Very nice. Bit cheeky there from Cyan. No military from Green, but it's looking like it's going to go ahead. It's got the blacksmith, it's got the market. It's going to go Castle Age. We can see here the flank Bright Spark, weirdly enough, is the first to click to Castle Age. So we'll see what that comes up with. As Dravidians, I don't know what the fast castle build is. I guess it'd be elephants. There's a low probability of that loading up. So normally on hybrid maps, Bright Spark would build a dock and go for fishing ships. So if it detected it was going fishing ships, it would chance a fast castle occasionally. But it's weird that it hasn't built the dock. Yellow has built a dock, is going for a second. That's why it was going for food, for wood and gold. It's trying to build a navy, and you can see here it's going fire ships. So that makes a bit more sense. Red is attacking. Red has archers. We can see fire ships from Cyan, but keeping somewhat away. Red is prioritizing the fishing ships there. Okay, so we're seeing this eco is idle. We should also see some fire ships exploring from yellow soon as well. We're going to have we've got 3 docks producing fire ships. So we've got idle eco here from Cyan, and I think Cyan's going to be held up for a little bit. Vietnamese archers have an extra bit of HP. We already knew where the enemies were as well because of the Vietnamese team bonus, so that helped with the scouting. Scout is happening here. Archers, interesting. Okay, well it should go into crossbows soon, I guess. I would have expected that to be elephants. Interesting. I think Cyan's in trouble here. It's still got more vills than Bright Spark. It's also got the fishing ships, but with this idle eco, he's going to need some help soon. We've got fire ships coming out from blue, and we can see blue is attacking. Blue scouts attacking Bright Spark and being shot at. We will have. Do we have the archers? The archers are gathering around here. Okay, so I imagine they'll become crossbows soon. Yellow ships are coming in to attack light blue's navy. Oh, you're right. It's Imp Skirms is a team bonus. It's a shared exploration is on. Yeah, you're right. Fishing ships are going down. Light blue. Blue's coming in to help. Very nice. This navy will go down. We're also seeing a clash here. We've got Skirms versus Archers. Bright Spark is not switching into anything else yet, but should have the tech advantage because Blue doesn't have fletching. And actually, Purple's going to counter-attack. We're already seeing a scout attacking the Skirms there. We got Yellow winning the water war over here. Yellow looking like it's going to Castle Age. So we're same with the Cyan Sun. So it was saving for Castle Age, which is why it's not playing up much of a fight. Okay, but Mangonels. Mangonels coming from the Dravidians. Don't know how good Dravidian Mangonels are, but we'll see. I have got a setting on here, so ranged units will ignore naval units if they are attacking, to try and prioritize land units, but will attack naval units when they're defending. Attack. Okay, cool. We gained a couple of attacks in. A couple of skirms down. That wasn't a cost-effective trade. We can see a scout here still. Elephants. Okay, we are finally going into elephants. Meanwhile, we have 15 fire ships from yellow. Okay, but in the back, we've got Sun Tzu booming, we've got a battering ram, and we're going monks. So we are going to see monk play from Sun Tzu, as Aleph was saying. It only seems to be blue that's gone for kind of a typical feudal assault. Maybe Cyan was saving so it could also go monks. We've got fishing boats being sunk in the middle here. And ideally these fire ships should be trying to systematically take out docks that it spots. Is that an SN? No, it's a manual switch I built into the DUC. So I had a goal which changes whether to remove military naval units or whether to remove, and then I just change it to an obsolete object if I wanted to not filter out naval units. So I think I picked like a visual object of some sort. The elephants coming in, but we have got a castle being built by Sun Tzu. No siege from any of these. Red is going into Castle Age, and I think Cyan's still at 38 Vilzo. So it's not out, it's just delayed. This dock should go down. Is this elephant gonna... Is anyone gonna stop this castle? You're just gonna let that happen. You can see Mangonels are thinking about firing there. The Mangonels are just on patrol attack, so they should try and take some pot shots. The elephants will go under the TC. They can soak up that TC fire. And the dock did go down. The castle is a problem. It's really well placed. Oh, you fool. We might lose quite a few villagers here because I think a number of them are going to go up to try and repair. We've got crossbow here. We are going to see villagers go down from this. If ballistics come in, then that's a real problem. We're going armoured elephants over here as well now. Can I see the siege workshop? There it is. Once we get a couple of these, they'll head up and try and take out the castle. In the meantime, some elephants are causing chaos. We've got a single militia coming through here as well. Vil's score here is looking pretty even, but the military score for Bright Spark pretty high. 26 of those are Navy. But that means still there's double the military on land. Elephants also coming in for the Vietnamese, diving that TC. We are seeing the Vil count go down here for Cyan. The thing I want to know, and it hasn't done it yet, I was wondering if we would see turtle ships from the Koreans. We've got a single elephant trying to take down the castle. The castle does not have murder holes. So with time, unless repairs happen, that castle will go down. Long swordsmen against the skirms here. If enough of those long swordsmen mass up, they should clear those up. And we have got siege coming from red as well, so they are coming in for the kill against Cyan. Meanwhile, we've got 102 villagers for green. We've got 2 monks, a crossbow, maybe a converted crossbow, and spears. It is coming in to support, it seems. But every time a dock gets built, the Bright Spark Navy is there to wash it up. Look at these elephants just tanking the damage here. They don't care. Wonder if the TC would range that elephant. Oh, yes! It doesn't seem to be prioritising it. To be fair, it's not garrisoned, that's why it's not firing. The elephant did go down. I think it must have eventually got murder holes. We've got another elephant on the way though. It's not going to last. Green is coming to try and support red. Okay, so red has cleared up the majority of this military here. So cyan has resigned. And so red is now moving on to green. It's quite a big army. But green is on the way to win. Look at these cyan villagers here in the other base. That's really nice, actually. Maybe, Randy, you could look at some evacuation code. Because actually that could have made cyan rebuild quite easily. So really nice. What? What are you doing? So we've got some diving in. They're trying to avoid the TC fire, it looks like. Not quite ranging, but the elephants are doing a good job here of just bothering the local economy. It looks like blue's massing a defense, at least. 21 skirms against 9 longswords and 4 elephants. So actually, and has a vil advantage on purple. So I would say, if anything, blue could be winning that one. We got skirms in the eco. That's helping. We've got a ram here as well, which is causing problems. But we are seeing the villager lead from green starting to drop with those elephants getting kills. Yellow has gone turtle ships. There it is. We do have a turtle ship in there. Yellow has gone purely navy, yes. Trying to rule the seas. 7 turtle ships. We're going into 3 dock turtle ships there. So we might see it attack the shores soon. Red's over here. Okay. Interesting choice. So we've got a 2-pronged attack from red, who's gone all the way around to attack light blue. We are seeing longswords here. The castle did go down from the elephant, and the mangonel's getting close. This would be a really good shot, but it's taking too long. It did get a couple of kills in at least. Nice shots there from the mangonel. It is trying to avoid TC range for a bit. Liking the trade between them. Do we have siege from red going on here? Where is the siege? It's not at the front. The siege train is on its way. It's just going to take a long time to get there. Meanwhile, we have 15 turtle ships. It doesn't have a dock to attack. But if a dock appears, it's going back down again. TC's going down on this front. We got idle long swordsmen here. So he seems to be locked in and trying to avoid something, it seems. The ram train is on its way. It is being escorted. We've got long swordsmen in the rams as well. We're seeing purple everywhere in this base, so blue's pretty much shut down now. The military's gone down. We've gone down to 48 vils. Teal potentially resigned due to village account and no military. It looked like it was trying to get to Castle Age because it saved the resources for it, but I think it lacked the buildings. So it had the market, but it didn't have the blacksmith, and so it got caught there. We should see green starting to go down now. Green has gone in, but it's not doing anything with it. It looks like it's purely booming behind. And it's Bite Spark with the monk now. It did just target that TC, didn't it? You did see the line go to it then. That would be a nice target for the Navy. We're going more mangonels. And this is blue resigning, I think. It's not a crash. Yep. Blue's resigned, so that's us pause the game for a moment. Coming back. Here we go. The game continues. Randy says, oh, going for hand cannoneers. Byzantines, yeah, okay, I can see it. But at this point, I think this is looking pretty over. So we've got two that's resigned. They're closing in on green. We've got purple that are attacking the trade. We've got Imperial Age for yellow. And we have a resign. Not quite what I was expecting there with the naval victory early on there. Good fight there from blue. I think Cyan let the team down there. Cyan was, I think, just a little too passive. There was a bit of a risk here from purple. Purple went fast castle when really I think it shouldn't have done. It should have gone for a feudal rush. And slow docks from these two as well. So definitely a lot of room for improvement for Bite Spark. The military here was nice. I think there needed to be a turning point for green. You had the eco, so I think it needed to be spent on military rather than trade at that point. But nice that it was early docks as well. I think the timing for the docks was right. So yeah, some real potential there with Sun Tzu on Baltic. GG's. So let's head on back to game view for now. Oh, actually, let's give you some stats. Can't rob you of that. So statistics. So we had 100 long swordsmen versus 105 skirms. We can see here overall scores. Red doing the heavy lifting. I think that's fair. Yellow made a navy that and kind of overcommitted to it, I guess. Kill to death ratio from yellow is pretty good. It just massed up and attacked at the right time. Yeah, so you can see here from the military count, it was, yeah, Cyan didn't quite get off the ground with military, whereas blue did a lot of the hard work there. Eco, green as the lead, doesn't surprise me at all. And actually, if we scroll down a bit, we can see it takes off really early into Castle Age. I mean, compared to Bright Spark there, I mean, it's almost 50% higher than the best Bright Spark in terms of resources gathered. So green had a lot to play with. Had just started trade as well. And then, yeah, earlier feudal times here from Sun Tzu. We had one decent one from Bright Spark, but these were relatively slow. Decent Castle Age time, I'd say, from purple. For an AI, I'd say 15 minutes 42 is not too bad. 1720, I think that's pretty decent. I think I remember back in the day, Bear the Great would say 18 minutes to 20 minutes used to be the target for a fast castle on Age of Conquerors. So things have moved on a bit from there. So ideally we want those aiming for 16, 17 minutes, and then below that if you've got a good enough eco bonus. 12 trade units. And then, yeah, one castle from Brightspark, and it was the Koreans that did it. The rest came from Sun Tzu. So those are your stats. Let's return to map and change our view. So our next game is going to be 4v4 Arabia. So let's see how that goes. Again, civs have been picked already, so we can crack on with that. Sun Tzu, Brightspark, Sun Tzu, map of 8 players, Arabia, that's all looking good, and we just need to change the civs. And again, looking back to chat with Rorik for Sun Tzu, we've got first flank being Mongols. And the first pocket being Teutons. A bit of monk resistance there. So we've got a very fast attacker, it seems, on the flank. Then we've got, for the second pocket, we have Spanish. And then from the final flank, we have the Persians. Okay, not really sure what to make of that. Cavalry heavy, perhaps. If we're including light cavalry step lancers here, I'd say these are all good cavalry civs. Hopefully we don't let the Persians get to the end game. Meanwhile, Brightspark's going to be taking a very different tactic. So first we have the Goths, and they're going to be backed up by the first pocket, which is the Wu. Then the second pocket is going to be Vikings, and then the other flank is going to be the Malians. Yeah, no Dravidians pick on Arabia. Used it for Baltic, unfortunately. But there we go. So we've got 4 Sun Tzus. Those civs are correct. We've got 4 Brightsparks. Those civs are correct. The team's on the right side. We've got teams fast. That's all looking good. Let's go round 2. You say double infantry, Aleph. Depending on what Brightspark rolls, it could be quad infantry. So infantry on both sides there. Okay, you've got the game view, so let's go ahead and change that to capture age. And let's zoom out. Okay, let's go change names while we're in Dark Age. Casting. Realised I didn't do this last time. Okay. Go ahead and do that. That's all fine. Cool. So let's see what we've got. On Team Sun Tzu, we've got a lumber camp coming up 9 vills, that makes sense. Have we got a boar that's been hunted yet? I've got one boar over there. Oh, there you go. The villager spotted it before I did. There we go. So it is going for a boar. We are pushing deer again. So a deer Arabia for this one. Very nice. Good luck, Randy. Another push over here. Again, I'm going to ask, do we have the boar for this one? We've got one boar. 2 boars. So the boar hasn't been scouted yet, it seems. But hopefully this one will in a mo. Yeah, that'll be spotted. Nice one. So we can see a villager should go out for that shortly. Maybe it's delaying it because it's pocket. Oh, look at that. Scouting goose. Very nice. I wonder if we're going to see any fishing on this Arabia for the box turtles. We can see here we got a boar. We've milled already. Interesting. The boar hasn't been found on this side. It is hunting it though. So just a little slow on the boar. We can see another boar being hunted over here. That one has been hunted. All boar being found by Sun Tzu. And it looks like all the sheep have been scouted too. Ooh. Interesting. Don't know if you caught that there. That villager wasn't shooting an arrow, it was redirecting. So maybe something to keep... Bright Spark. Really?
Salam.
Really? Okay. So Bright Spark is probably detecting that these villagers don't have loom yet and has gone, I'll have a piece of that. He went to steal the boar, stayed for the villager. But the villager ran away, no harm done. Heading back home. And again, Sun Tzu is quicker to feudal age. Really nice uptimes there. Slightly idled eco here from the initial attack. Meanwhile, Bright Spark looks like it did hunt his boar. Is Sun Tzu going to get revenge on that attack? It doesn't look like it. We have got deer here, so I think the scout will go to pushing that now after having its cheeky little attack. Yellow, we missed a boar and we've missed some geese. That's problematic. There is a good chance that this will go for a fast castle anyway. So we might have time to get that boar. It is a pocket. We got a scout forward for Sun Tzu. It's just about to hit feudal. We've got 3 other Bright Sparks, so the one that isn't yellow is... so the woo there isn't going up just yet. It looks like it is going for fast castle. Circling scout. I'm not sure how I feel about this, I'll be honest. But orange is relatively close to feudal age. In terms of military here, we've got skirms coming from grey. We've got skirms coming from blue as well. So the scout might be able to defend against the initial one of those. Red is going for men-at-arms. Not much of a surprise coming from the Goths, let's face it. We've also got men-at-arms, or militia, I should say, coming from purple. Loom coming in probably at an ideal time. So Viking pocket there going for some aggression. Okay, we've got double archery range from the Malians. So it is going to go archers or skirms. Likely archers until we see skirms, and then it will adapt. This scout has a death wish, I should say. We've got fighting happening. The 2 Bright Spark scouts are attacking skirms and archers, so they're working together on that. Archer goes down. Militia on their way in. Grey's in trouble. At the same time, we've got a blue scouting around Orange's base, but no attacks just yet. Men at arms coming in for purple. Why is purple attacking there? Your Viking, your pockets. Okay. Anyway, Grey's in trouble. We can see from this being double teamed by red. We can see men at arms on the one side, men at arms to the left, men at arms to the right. We can see villagers dropping as well for Grey. We drop down to 27 vills. Purple and red are still at 27 vills, so Sun Tzu's not behind yet. Do you have loom? You do have loom. Okay. Slight worry there for Randy with squishy villagers. We do see though an attack has come in for orange, but the men are okay. So Malians have gone scum, but they also produce men at arms. Malian militia and men at arms line get resistance to piercing damage. For each age they go up as Malians. So you'll see that technique used with Sky Panda. And one of my hopes here was the Goth barracks bonus adds a bit of weight to choosing militia. So I was hoping that Malians might go for that in this particular setup. 25 vills. Got a lot of damage happening here to Grey. But Cyan and Green are being left to it. Yellow is coming up to Castle Age. What is Yellow going to do? We're seeing barracks, double barracks. We have orange surrounding on the sides here. So blue is somewhat locked down, but it is producing units. We've got 2 of Sun Tzu's going into Castle Age, so they will have the tech advantage over in the pocket. So we need this aggression to pay off for anyone cheering for Bright Spark here. 19 vills for Grey. So Grey is really just delaying both of these AIs. And we're seeing here Jian's swordsman coming from the Wu. It's a little low on food, so he's trying to gather from this geese. So it looks like he did eventually find the ball. Green is on the move though. Green has archers, 3 archery range archers. And Cyan also has archers, is on the way to defend. Very nice. Bodkin coming in. That could do some real damage. And this is why Randy picked 4v4. Help is on the way for Grey. They're not avoiding the men at arms, so the men at arms are going to get some kills here. Nice micro, really nice. Bright Spark is going to keep producing. We've got skirms over here, and we can see archers are coming in to defend. But against Orange's skirms, we're seeing a bit of a micro battle happen between them. And it looks like Sun Tzu's winning that based on numbers. Really nice. Villager score roughly even. Military score more for Bright Spark, so a bit of a typical story here. And we've got the Wu going for green in Green's base, it looks like. Okay. Of course. Maybe that's what Yellow was trying to do. Maybe it's trying to scout a pocket and then it ran into a grey unit and attack the base. So Blue's being idled and annoyed here. So no military coming from Blue. Maybe it's trying to save for Castle Age. It is. It just doesn't have the buildings. And it's not trying to build a building. Oh, okay. So it's spending its resources. So it's not able to get that second building. I think that's what happened in the last game. I hadn't realised, yeah, this is Spanish archers. Interesting choice. The Wu, the Jian swordsman will cut these down. They're basically Eagle Warriors, but with an extra bit of attack. So Jian swordsman, we've got 10. We've got a mass of them on the way. We've got scouts that are picking off elements here. You can see the villager count starting to get into Bright Spark's favour. But the counter-attack is on Orange now. Orange has 20 skirms. They're not. Some of them are defending, but they're not. But the action there is happening in Bright Spark's base. The Giant Swordsmen are making their way across. So both sides seeming to DUC. Let's see some of this Archer Micro. 4 volleys to take out a Giant Swordsman. They're defending well, actually. They're massing up numbers. They're moving back. The Spanish archers, pocket Spanish archers, doing a great job. Are we going to get some disruption here? We're not. Okay, so we got a little bit of idling here, but yeah, the Wu not really bringing action. I don't know what the Vikings are doing. The Vikings should be protecting here, but they're over here. They're still in feudal, so they're not aged up. They are saving for castle age, as is Orange, so they will age up shortly. Yellow, however, is bringing the siege. 4 battering rams. Red is preparing siege as well. So we're going to see this side here be really heavily pushed. This side appears is just keeping blue busy. It's keeping it from going up. So Randy, what's happening here, I think, is wood is being spent on other resources, on other buildings, instead of that second building. So when you've got enough resources to age up, like this Sun Tzu does, I think you need to either through escrow or through something else prioritize that second building, because as soon as that building's up, you're hitting castle age. That must have been exactly what happened to Cyan in the previous game. Bright Spark 0 blacksmith upgrades. Yeah, we've got we've got a couple actually. So Red has both arm upgrades and the attack. We've also got okay, to be fair, yeah, yellow doesn't. Got no argument there for yellow. Randy, I've got more than 300 in your to-do list. Add one more. Okay, the archers are coming in to defend. They're clearing out. Grey. This TC is going to go down. The village is going to get attacked here. So Viking's still doing damage. Orange is going into Bodkin, but what are these archers doing? Are they going to be able to intercept some of the army coming in here? Grey's resigning. We can see that Grey's has resigned. Persians never really gain off the ground. Really nice archer numbers here. the Giant Swordsmen seem so slowly when they're approaching. We've got 23 of them. Now we might see that the battering rams do a bit of delaying here. We don't. Really nice. So normally classic default behavior is archers will over-focus the ramps, and so other units can get shots in. Not the case here, though the rams are going to try and attack the archers and keep them busy. We've got knights being made. We can see Cyan actually getting a good raid in on red. And red is trying to adapt by going into scorpions as well. So we're going to try and get a scorpion in to take out this area. Meanwhile, Vikings has finally found their targets, and they're going to be attacking green, though green is fully boomed. So I don't think, or at least they're preparing to boom. So I think they'll be okay. I think Bright Spark needs to worry about this action here. The Spanish archers, you don't expect it. But they are taking out everything that should counter Did those Ramses kill that? The Ramses killed that knight, didn't they? Must have been low on HP. Yeah, you don't expect Spanish archers, but knights don't expect the aggressive ramps. We've got more scorpions being made. They should do some decent damage. They will keep backing off as well. But these pikes are going to do damage. We've got skirms being made here, so Bright Spark's kind of in a bit of a panic mode. Cyan definitely winning on this side. Countering skirms. Attacking villagers, idling them. A mangonel would be lovely here. I mean, scorpions will get the job done eventually, but meanwhile, yellow is pushing cyan. So we can see Rams have already taken out the TC. So cyan's kind of in self-destruct mode. It's fully attacking over here while it's getting cleared up at home. So good job from yellow to clear that up. We've got Rams from orange, so Rams will be coming in shortly. Here we go to clear this up. They have switched out to camels in the meantime. So Malian camels, probably to start countering any knights that Bright Sparks are seeing. This did get cleared up, so the scorpions, switch to scorpions did the work here for the Goths. Knights are attacking to defend, trying to defend here from Sun Tzu. So the initial attack on green got deflected, so pikes and knights did the job, but now we're ganging up on blue. Cyan has surrendered, so the TC went down. It may be that there's a resign rule, which is once all the TCs are destroyed, Sun Tzu resigns. That might be what was happening there. Well, we've got a lot of units garrisoned in there, so if those rams go down, there's going to be a good 20 Xian swordsmen. Game is paused. Again, it's probably because blue surrendered. Yes, it is. Let's switch out to capture age. The Rams versus Knights again. But they're backed up by Scorpions this time. By Camels this time, sorry. Although the Knights are clearing up. Knights are fully upgraded. And as Aleph pointed out, not many upgrades there for Bright Spark. We just got the one. Got a castle there. We've also now got yellow pushing in on this side though. So everyone's closing in on green. And it looks like this is being cleared up. Green did go for Imperial Age, so it was saving up. But yeah, I think the biggest thing there is just the holding to age up. You need to prioritize those feudal age buildings. Get that done, then the rest of your script should run okay. And the Xian swordsman here wrecking havoc. We got 5 archery crossbows here. Bright Spark's being pretty convinced here that it's winning, and starting to get the taunts in. I was going to say men at arms. Oh, it is getting longbow, longer swordsman. I suppose it did prioritize scorpions, so it does get the upgrade eventually. We are starting to see fire archers as well from yellow. And we should see, yeah, as soon as the TC goes down, Sun Tzu surrenders, so it doesn't try to rebuild. So I think that's what's happened there. I just saw I got a follow from GamesGod. GamesGod, if you're there, we did start running your game, but something crashed the set between GamesGod and HDAI. We don't know who or what's caused it yet, so we moved on to Bright Spark and Sun Tzu in the meantime. GG. 80 archers, 80, these are archers from the Mongols versus ATG and swordsmen. I think that's probably the story of this. Spanish archers, weirdly enough, being the dominant play from Sun Tzu and taking out a lot of Bright Spark's forces just through sheer number. I suppose quite similar to how Odette's skirms or tribal warriors skirms methods work. Loads of units, small damage, but enough to get the job done. We got a bit more army from Sun Tzu here. I thought the archers actually were well microed, so it was nice. Maybe not Spanish being the best pick there, but Ethiopians might have been a really nice one there. And then economy. Weird to think that Bright Spark had an advantage in economy, but there we go. So you had, the two booming Sun Tzus had a better economy, and then Bright Spark eventually did enough damage to idle the rest, which is how Bright Spark works. Aging up times, 9 minutes 15 and 9 minutes 4. We've got faster TC, and we've got the hunt bonus from the Mongols, so really nice. And then we got a 9-minute 40 from the Vikings. An okay castle age time, I'd say 1647. Bright Spark can do better, and I think missing that ball hurt it in the early game. And Sun Tzu was the only one to make it to Imp. 2 castles from each side, 2 coming from green, and villager lead there by green Sun Tzu, so no surprises there. So we're going to return to the map, and we're going to do the final match of this set. Which is going to take place on rivers. Let's bring your view back so you can see. We're going tiny map. We are switching to rivers. We are selecting Sun Tzu with Bright Spark. Those players are okay. That all seems fine. Team 1 and 2, that works out okay. And in terms of civ picks, going back to Rorik. Okay, so Sun Tzu has Vietnamese, and Bright Spark has Byzantines. So potential for some skirm wars here on rivers. We'll see. Maybe elephants, fast castle into elephants. We know Sun Tzu can build navy pretty decently on this map. So we'll see how that goes. And let's start the game. Just bringing up capture age. Teams are labeled fine. I'll say that on the bottom right it's not. So let's go ahead and change that. Cool. And finally, a proper 1v1, says Elias. It'll be interesting to see if anyone actually makes use of this gold in the middle. In this area, we've got fish. A forward lumber camp from Sun Tzu. If there's any navy here, they might be able to take that out. But maybe they won't. He's found the deer, though. Sun Tzu's going to be happy with that. He's already pushing it. Bright Spark is finding a boar and hunting it. Bright Spark doesn't have loom. So good luck. I think he'll be okay. Famous last words. Yeah, we're good. Berries. Oh, berries near the water. We've got deer there. And we've got a scout wandering around the edge. Oh, so this is what's happening. I've got a square that I scout in. It looks like the square's hitting the water. So the scout is freezing there. It is on a timer, so it will eventually switch. I noticed Sun Tzu's eco here was idling. We got 1.1% idle eco. So they were waiting around for something. Bright Spark going for loom. So grabbing that slightly early, which is why Sun Tzu has the villager lead at this point. Though resources collected, roughly the same. So whatever idling happened here, maybe it was a switch from deer to boar or something, potentially paying an impact. But Bright Spark suddenly gathering more. Got a bit of a scout attack here. Bright Spark being aggressive again. Didn't get the villager kills last time with the forward scout. Just as well the scout's moving it away because these villagers don't have loom. Double mill. So clearly my DUC mill and my backup mill is firing at the same time. So we've just wasted a load of wood. So that is going to buy Sun Tzu an opportunity there to do some damage. This boar's not been found yet because the scout wasn't working in the area. And I don't think there's enough there for to clear that fog of war. So we'll see if the scout does pick that up eventually. But this is looking like a much stronger start for Sun Tzu. Got one mill here. We've got fishing ships being made already. Loom is being researched as well, so no easy vill picks for Bright Spark. And Bright Spark's actually down a couple of vills. Oh, actually, it's not vills, it's a fishing ship. That's why the count's slightly different. So it is just a one vill still. And we've caught up with Loom. Well, I mean, at least their drop distance isn't far, right? But that's going to be a very slow feudal there for Bright Spark. Are building the barracks. We should get more on wood to get an initial building. So here's the thing. Sun Tzu has a dock. He's making fishing ships. So food eco is going to be all right. However, and actually both fishing ships there. So nice bit of DUC there, Randy. It looks like you're doing something to stop that fish from scouting. But he's using this wood to build ships. So every time he makes one, we're dropping back down. So Sun Tzu is not going to be able to build his feudal age buildings that quickly. So no military here. Bright Spark's also being slow. It does have a barracks. Are we going to get enough for a building here? It looks like it built a dock as well. So actually it's lost wood there. In 15 seconds it may have enough to build one military building to try and get an attack on. With Byzantines, potentially skirms, I would imagine. Archery range being built here. We've got a market. Sun Tzu has its first feudal age building here. It is making fire ships, so it is going for the water. Now the question is, I mean, Zico's looking pretty good. So Sun Tzu might be able to make it to Castle Age. I think if we keep making fire ships, we're not going to have wood for that second building. We've got a second archery range being made here. We've got archers, not skirms, being made. So it's rolled archers here. It will change to skirmishers if it sees skirmishers or archers. for the initial archer build, it doesn't necessarily need a mining camp here to keep up that archer production. It will build a mining camp in a mo, or at least it should do. I think it's prioritizing a blacksmith to get fletching. Do we have another building here? We got a lumber camp, so we're trying to go for more wood. We don't have that second building from Sun Tzu. So we've got fishing ships. We don't really. We're going fire ships. Okay, we're going fire ships from Bright Spark. The skirms are being made as well, so we are switching into skirm for some reason. Perhaps we had extra food and it's switched out there. There's a couple of things that alter the weights. I mean, the Navy's looking pretty good here for Sun Tzu. We've only got one fire ship from Bright Spark. The attack's coming in. It has gone for blacksmith. It has got fletching. The mining camp did come in, so we are going to get people on gold. Oh, these villagers are running away. They're not attacking. They could easily take down the scouts, and instead they're all idle. The one the one fire ship is going to brave it. Not the best decision there, Bright Spark. Archer's armor is going to be nice. They're going to prioritize these vills, and we're going to get a couple that go around here, so the eco will start being idled. Hiya, GamesGod. After this game, we will try and play the other games from the GamesGod and HDAI set, and we'll see if the game crashes on the others. Sun Tzu has enough resources, or is about to get enough resources to go castle, but again is missing that second building. I don't see a blacksmith there. It did try to build something here, but was prevented. So again, forcing that building would really help. Bright Spark's going to invest in military now. It's just going to keep trying to pile on the pressure. Again, cheeky scout. Are they getting the damage in? I like that they keep trying to work, and they are getting hits in. So that yeah. So the scout is gradually going down. It's taking a bit of time. Sun Tzu still has economy lead. We've got fire ships actually taking on the archers. Okay, so they're switching into some sort of defense mode. They are trying to attack the fire ships, so they are dying. So actually, fire ships are doing a good job here. We are going to see these villagers on gold die. Do we have the building yet? Okay, so Sun Tzu now is getting the second building up, so it is going to hit Castle Age. This is the turning point. This is what it didn't have before. So this is a break that Sun Tzu needed. Stable's already up as well. Oh yes, you're right. So we go, Castle Age. And Bright Spark's nowhere near. We are going to see, and I really like actually that, particularly with the gold, it refused to be idled. Bright Spark needs to make Navy. For some reason, it's not making ships. We should get enough archers. I mean, we've got 4 archery range production going on here. We're also switching into spears because we're detecting scouts. 4 archery range production will probably start to whittle these ships down because Sun Tzu's stopped making them. And Sun Tzu's going to clear this up. Really nice work. Why not Age of Empires flag for the stream? I thought I tagged it as Age of Empires 2. That'll be something for me to check afterwards. We've got a tower. We're doing the GamesGod approach here. Forward tower and hope. So yeah, these actually this has been horrible. I think what's happening is these are on stand ground, so when they get to a certain point, they're just attacking randomly. The ships are going back, so the archers will get a bit of a breather. Elite Skirm. And we're nowhere near Castle Age. We've used so many resources. So Elite Skirm here may do the job for the Vietnamese. Bright Spark is slightly ahead with villager counts, but that isn't going to last long, I don't think. Thankfully, these are being protected by the tower, so we might see the ships go down to tower fire. Yeah, they're going down pretty quickly there. But the elite skirms are the big worry. Byzantines should switch into skirms when they see the elite skirm. We might be able to out micro. It's panicking, so it's going. It's seeing 20, well, not quite 20, but we've got 20 units here. So it's going to try and scare these off. Okay, so the tower's doing its work actually. Great work from the towers. But Sun Tzu's going to creep ahead and keep creeping ahead with resources. We've got a castle at the back, not really protecting much, but it might produce some units. Rattan archers again will be a real problem for Bright Spark. Okay, so we're getting the numbers up gradually, but and the tower might do some work. Men at Arms might push some of this back, but Sun Tzu's so far in the lead here with military, and it's going to keep producing. Yeah, really nice play. Bright Spark's going to be nowhere near Castle Age, so it's going to be consistently assaulted. So how long can we hold these skirms off, and can we produce enough of a military that we can protect ourselves to hit Castle Age? I got another castle by the water. We've got some dancing villagers, but they will build it, it seems. Yep, it is going to go up. We've got a massive units here that will try and defend. Again, I think there's too many here for Bright Spark, and I think Bright Spark knows it. We're still producing villagers. We're actually at the same villager count at the moment. It's just military numbers. And we are going into skirms. If we produce enough skirms, maybe we can out micro, we can dance around a bit. Or maybe if we can get them to approach a TC. And it's a bad sign, isn't it, when you're hoping for TC fire to do the job. Tower might distract. Yeah, and they're just chewing through those men at arms at this point. They're outranging, so even actually the skirm micro is not going to do the job. And I think once this tower goes down, the problem's really going to start. Sun Tzu's not going for siege. We have got a second TC up now, so it is going to start breaking away with the eco lead. It's got a few units at home. And it's producing skirms quicker than the tower can shoot them down. and in fact, actually, the villagers can't garrison anymore. We might mean we have more workers in the meantime while this delays. But or bloodlines, we might see switch into elephants. Yeah, and it's just the fire ship finishes off the tower. I'm seeing upgrades for potential melee unit here, melee cavalry unit. We should see these guys take the win. Again, if they get split up, we'd clear some of them up, but it's looking pretty one-sided. We'll let Arandi enjoy the glory of this win. And the skirms keep approaching. So there we go. They're diving into the TC. Village is going to die. Eco lead, military lead. This is over. And so, with that, happy to call that GG. So actually, what is the required number of skirmishes to win? I would say if you're hitting 50, you're in a good spot. You're outnumbering the villagers. You can see these go down. And weirdly enough, it was the fire ships that did it. Archers attacking the fire ships, which I thought I turned off. So that would be a good thing for me to check into with that. But it looks like we've both got some things to work on for any next rounds. And we've also got the Conqueror in this group as well. So we'll need to see what the Conqueror brings to this map. But yeah, GG. Well done, fire ships. Great work. And again, outproducing. Nothing to be done there. Well played. Let's see some stats. Absolute domination there from Sun Tzu. Again, actually, that tuning into skirm walls for me, yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I think this shows, though, once Sun Tzu can get to Castle Age, it's really strong. So, again, prioritising that feudal age building to age up quicker is going to really help on those team games as well, particularly when it's flank. But really nice, really high army, high number of skirms. You can see here, it was all going well, and then the 4 fishing ships came and killed the archers. We can see here as well, there was a bit of a point here where Brightspark was idling the eco, and then as soon as Castle Age gets hit, whoop, the eco goes out of control. Really nice. And a faster feudal age time as well. So double mill did not help Brightspark there. That 100 wood could have gone a long way in getting more feudal age units. So again, something else for me to check. And yeah, fishing ships, really nice. I think really smooth feudal eco for Sun Tzu. Well played. Fire ships, not fishing ships. Well, you know, the fishing ships distracted. They did their job. Okay, so we return to GamesGod versus the HDAI. I am just going to pin back because GamesGod is here. I just want to see if GamesGod actually did reply to me with any civ picks, because he hadn't at the time of game start. But maybe he did since then. No, okay. So as far as I'm aware, I will just pop it in the chat anyway. Let's see. And we'll get a game set up for GamesGod. Okay, so GamesGod is okay for random civ. Trying to think back to, just going to go back over to my messages to see what the set was for GamesGod. It feels so long ago now. So we tried Rivers, it crashed. Game 2 was HDAI rolling Arabia, and GamesGod rolling 2v2 for that. We need to roll civs for GamesGod and for HDAI on that. So let's go ahead and do that now. Pop. So we'll still keep the civs here in case we can, for some reason, replay the GamesGod HDAI match. And we'll give this a shuffle this time. For Arabia, 2v2. Civ 1 for GamesGod is Ethiopians. And the second civ is Bengalis. Ethiopians and Bengalis, and then with HD AI again, we will shuffle and then roll. Civ 1. Turks. I was hoping Khmer, but we've got another Ethiopians there. So we've got Turks and Ethiopians and Bengalis. Let's switch over to the game. We are changing to Arabia. We are switching to a 2v2 map. So 4 players over here. GamesGod is player 1. GamesGod is player 1 again. HD AI on both. We have Ethiopians for GamesGod and Bengalis for its second pick. See what it comes out with. Meanwhile, we have Turks for HD and Ethiopians for them as well. So we might see some Archer Wars. That'd be good to see. Teams are set up okay. This is all looking good. I think we're good to go. And we'll switch over to Capture Age. It's thinking about it. We have a game. We can keep the names there, that's all fine. Play all 3, yep, that's all looking good. We'll speed that up a little bit. Yeah, so looking at testing, maybe it was just unfortunate. And yeah, Alif's absolutely right. It could be with everything running as well, something else has crashed the game. We'll see if we get any consistency in these games as well. So we got early ball lure from GamesGod. A load of food gathered under HD's base. We've got a ball which I think has been scouted. Oh, it is Chicken Arabia. Okay, so I should have said from the sound there. How do each of these deal with chickens? We got loom from both HD players. We're milling berries. We've missed some geese over here, but the boar is being lured. GamesGod was quite early with the one boar. We got another boar here. Where are your chickens? Ah, okay. So it's milled the chickens. It's not hunted them yet. We have missed a couple of geese. It looks like it doesn't prioritize hunt on the basis that the chickens are quite close, so it's not using hunt distance, it seems, for that. We're milling these chickens as well. One of them did get hunted, but the food hasn't been harvested yet, so that is just rotting away. It looks like maybe chicken got hunted and then the boar came in, and so they prioritized the boar. So we might see GamesGod come back over to this. We've still got a boar that's not been lured by HDAI. Let's see how this goes. Single villager on a chicken. We got more coming in there, so it is actually hunting the chicken. Really nice. It'd be interesting to see if it mills the berries afterwards, or whether it just builds a one mill as fixed. Bit of a traffic jam. I get this a fair bit with DUC for Bright Spark. Trying to place the sheep in different places. We've got a couple more on chickens here. Maybe we'll see HDAI go for the long distance chicken gathering. So both GamesGods are on their way to feudal. Also some cheeky little raids here, or attempted, not really raid, is it? It's more annoyance from GamesGod. 19ville few days, so maybe we're going to see a scout rush from both AIs, from both GamesGods. We got a bit of a slower feudal age coming up here. We've got long range chicken hunting here. We do have the buildings. We've got a second lumber camp. So red was delaying somewhat. So 23 vills, 25 vills. But GamesGod is already up. What buildings do we have? We've got just building the barracks. So didn't build it on the way up. So this will be somewhat slower. We've got a barracks here already. We've gone for the tower. The feudal agent tower meta. We did get a mill on the berries though, so GamesGod was smart enough to mill both, or at least not long distance harvest the berries for the sake of milling the chickens. So that's quite good. Meanwhile, we're seeing, do we have a barracks from these guys yet, or are they fast castling? Because they're gathering food at a pretty decent rate. I don't think they have the buildings. They don't have any buildings. Okay, so archery range. So they're not going fast castle. We've got barracks being built for the first time here for yellow. So again, a bit of a slow start. We might see another archery range from here. Ethiopians have decent archers. And we've got stable and scouts being made by green. So scouts could be pretty nice. I know GamesGod does decent micro as well with scouts. Even protects relics with them. And we've got we've got an AI army happening here. We've got a scout, an archer, and a skirm. I mean, the scout's probably the starting scout, so gotta be fair to it there. But it is building a stable, so maybe it is intending to make more scouts. Archers coming from yellow, but we've just got the one. Meanwhile, we're on 4 scouts already for GamesGod. We've got a 5th one on the way. How long is he going to leave it to attack, do we think? He's already going for the market. Doesn't really have the resources to go up anywhere. He's got a bit of an excess of wood. Might be worth converting that into farms. Maybe they're prioritizing the chickens first before they get farms. We've got scouts, so we've got archers and now we've got scouts coming from red. Maybe they scouted, one of them scouted green here. Maybe the yellow scout did that, and now they're switching. But we do have scout rushes from both. Okay, interesting. So 3 archery range archers coming here. So actually we're gaining military number here from HDAI. Yeah, fair amount of archers. So I think GamesGod has suffered a little bit from going up too early. And I mean, going up early is fine, but going up early to go into a tower means that your opponent who's gone up later is going to have a better eco than you. So I think that's what's hurt it there. If it went straight into 1 stable scouts and did a really early attack, it would have gotten into here before the archers were made. But now he's kind of on the back foot. And actually, spears have already been made, so we've already got a counter to these scouts. So HDAI looking somewhat dangerous. We're also seeing here from the Turks a bit more food, so not massively more. They are still producing, but compared to the two, it looks like HDI is closer to Castle Age as well. It seems both are quite heavy on wood. Maybe they are gradually building more farms. They are, so it is. HDAI will attack under TCs, so maybe a hope here for GamesGod is that when the attack does come, that archers go under the TC, they lose a load, and then GamesGod is in a position to counter-attack. That could very easily happen. Trade GamesGod? Feudal Age? I don't know if that's the best use of resources. I mean, people in the chat. So, admittedly, I'm terrible at this game as a player. So I could be very much wrong here while the scouts go on to attack. They're ignoring the leopard. But when is a good time to go trade? Particularly in a 2-player game. I would have thought it was as you clicked up to Imperial Age. I didn't think it was as early as Feudal. It seems to me like it's not what you want to be investing your resources in. Oof. That's not it. We've got scouts over this side. We only have 1 spear from red, so we might see actually blue take this side. Or retreat. We're retreating. Okay. And we're attacking again. They should be able to clear up these archers. Oh, but the big attack's happening here. They are under the tower. So this is what I mean. They're under the TC, they're under the tower. Everything's garrisoned. The army's waiting in here or being massed up. And these are going down pretty quickly, so we may see this number slowly creep down. They went back so they could gain momentum, charge attack. On the way to imp is what you go for. Yeah, that's what I thought. I've played around with it a few times. Maybe in Michi, perhaps you would do it sooner, but I think anything before that, I can't waste the resources. Or can't spare them because I need them for military. We're even again. So the tower, the priority tower worked. HD stood under it. Now, Definitive Edition AI, so Extreme AI, would not tolerate this. It would move around the tower, it would idle the eco, game over. But HD, this is one of the differences. It will be aggressive. With infantry, actually, this aggression is quite good because you can actually take down the towers. But yeah, we've got another watchtower here as well. So GamesGod is shoring up, and actually fletching as well is going to do some nice extra damage. We've already got a couple of towers here as well. And we switched into skirm. In fact, both are switched into to archery ranges now. So they're trying to meet HDAI. And actually, I think both can out micro. So against all odds, despite the early start, we've got, and despite 9 trade carts, GamesGod has a better eco and has leveled out in terms of military. So the defense is doing their job. Red might go for knights, almost certainly. We've already seen it start. It's going to go for a TC quite far forward. We've got a spear from GamesGod, so that might do work. We're not seeing any upgrades for red yet. The trade will gradually start adding up. This TC is going to go up. It's such a weird mix of an army. Spears, archers, knights. We've got a bit of everything. Maybe it also has a panic mode. Yellow is moving out. Yellow is still feudal age, so it is about to go castle. Do we have a stable? Is it also going? It's not. It's going. So we've got crossbows and knights, which makes sense. Red is on the attack as well. We've got 2 attacks happening at the same time. These should get cleared up. We've got a micro. We'll zoom in on the micro war for now. There was a little hesitation there from the skirms. They did eventually throw, and I think that's just a minimum distance kicking in. Yeah, they are attacking. It's just minimum distance. The tower doing the job here, defending on this side. 3 archery range production going on. 2 archery range production here, but it's archers versus skirms. That's going to be coming in, and with the tower, that should get cleaned up quite nicely. Meanwhile, over here, it looks like there was enough archers to deflect against the knights. The tower's doing the work here as well. We've got 4 towers being built, and we've also gone into camel. So we've got our first camel here, so deflecting the knights there by a straight counter. But HDAI is booming behind this. We've got a couple of TCs, so we've got 3 for each team. We've also got an archery range being built there, so we're going into more crossbows. And at the moment, we've got GamesGod here coming up to Castle Age. We've got a load of resources, actually. Are we going to see Bodkin? Bodkin? Bodkin, there we go. Because we've got a window here. We've got crossbow upgrade in. Bodkin is already in there outranging these units. They'll out damage. And as long as they stay somewhat away from the tower, they should stop any army that GamesGod creates. We've got another knight wandering in here, being chased by an army of skirms. And we've got blue on the attack. Pikes. Automatic upgrade to pikes with Ethiopians is really nice here. And actually, we've got a load of monks from red. They're rushing to get the relics. We've got 1 already. We've got a second one coming in. We've We've also got yellow coming in with a load of monks, so they're also going for relics, and they've already bagged one. We've got another fight going on here. Again, the crossbows are going to do damage. We got more towers from GamesGod. Knights coming in to attack. TCs do knights. We've actually got scorpions being made by red. And it looks like red has stopped its booming now. It's making it. Wow, GamesGod. What just happened? I feel like he didn't touch him. He just died. This tower will go down, which actually might help GamesGod because the villagers will stop trying to build it. Military, equal. Economy, almost equal. We've got 15 trade carts that's making some of that economy, so it's a villager score is much higher for HDAI. We've got another battle going on here. We do finally have crossbows, but unlike with Sun Tzu, they are prioritising the ramps. Whereas Sun Tzu was able to focus on units that actually took damage to archers. That's a shame. Would have been a nice shot here. We got light cav coming in, so Bengali light cav. Don't quite have the numbers yet. Red's already going imp. We've got an endless volley coming over here from yellow. The ram's doing work. The ram's doing really nice work. These towers will take out a load of these crossbows. So the military numbers will keep going down. And it looks like the ram's not quite sure where to target. Will this ram go down? I think with enough towers pointing at it, it might go down. You can get a critical mass of towers, but I mean, okay, so yellow's starting to go into trade as well. But yeah, with 4 rams, those towers are going to go down pretty quick. We've got a castle here. Not too bad. It's going to protect the towers. I don't hate that. Red seems to have kind of stopped production. It's a training vills. It's going imp. Maybe it's going to... I mean, it's got a load of resources saved. We might see red go bombard and hand cannoneer shortly. We've got some archery ranges. No, we're just booming. Okay. Sure thing, HD. So HD's being passive. It's giving GamesGod a chance. Or taunting it. This castle is getting some shots in on the gold. There's armoured elephants coming in. Knights coming in now. Knights will do well here, actually, against some of this. But yellow is still on the attack. The mangonels, if they will shoot, if they shoot, yeah, there we go. They could do. They could clear some of this up. Is the armored elephant going to attack the ram? No. They don't appear to be prioritising the rams here. So you got ranged units prioritising the rams. Armoured elephants under DUC count as cavalry, I believe. If you do the cavalry class, armoured elephants come up, so you have to eliminate them from your cavalry search and treat them separately for siege commands. So that might be what's going on here. It thinks it's a knight or a normal elephant. Ah, this is a painful villagers attack. Mangonel's attack. Okay, we're clearing up. We're replacing the towers immediately. No upgrades for the towers, of course. Green is gradually getting up to Imperial Age, or at least saving for it. It's getting handcart as well. 3 TCs for blue, so despite having 3 TCs, is slower to getting close. Okay. a load of knights. They're going to go right into that castle. Are they going to avoid it? This castle does seem to be taking shots at villagers here, so it is stopping them from getting that gold. Will that play a part later on? I'm not sure. Oh. HDAI 222, help. Chattel warriors. Oh, if you just ran down here, you'd have got some good kills. We got trade coming from both sides. GamesGod putting 2 markets in trade. I thought that was a market then, but it's not. Good battle going on here. Villager counts slightly in favour of HDAI. Military slightly in favour of GamesGod in terms of numbers. We got the castle here again. HD units will just walk into the castle fire. We got an exodus of villagers going on here. This would be a good raid for GamesGod. And again, we've got massed up units here. Loads of towers. Unupgraded towers. The guard tower upgrade would be really good. You got enough of them to warrant it. Do we have a university? We do. Green does have ballistics. Ballistics is probably doing a good amount of work here, actually. We are doing some damage. I mean, the light cav are coming in. It's just taking a bit too long. The towers will get replaced as they go, though. Every time a tower comes down, a new one gets made. So I think GamesGod has like a fixed number that it targets. I have to admit, I used to get really scared when I got 222 sent in chat. Particularly earlier on when I was scripting on HD, because normally 222 meant a whole load of reinforcements were on their way. And I was about to lose the game. Blue's really putting the pressure on red. So we've got kind of a two-way swirl going on. We've got damage happening to this TC. Ooh, I'm starting to feel a bit of lag coming from that. Things are responding a little slower. The elephants are attacking the rams. We've got quite a few elephants here. So GamesGod putting up a good defense, moving the towers further back. Forward buildings from HDAI, trying to assert dominance. Red, in the meantime, is going help, help, help. Both of the HDAIs are at imp. GamesGod is still not at imp yet. So it's fighting Imperial units, Imperial Age units with Castle Age. But a TC goes down. Veil counts, or Eco counts, roughly the same. Military counts, slightly in favour with GamesGod. It is kind of producing a load more trash. We are seeing some Janissaries being made. Elite Janissary as well, so we are getting the upgrades. Are they going to run into that castle? This guy's leading, he's doing a lot of work, leading a load of that army away. We're equal on military. Siege Ram. Siege Ram's going to make this tough, but another castle may help. I'm amazed that GamesGod just keeps a unit production up and just keeps pushing this back. Great that it's getting ground here. The villagers have been found. This area here, the Exodus from yellow. They're not quite getting close enough to get a hit in. That's annoying. But Camel's doing the work here. So this is Spiteful Scorpion attacking that lumber camp. But again, all of this is being idled. So this may help. We've got attacks going on here. But GamesGod is holding. Red is holding here. The Rams are slowly attacking. It's going to take a while to get there. We're no closer to imp. We're no closer to imp here for GamesGod. He keeps producing military. 8 barrack production of pikes going to try and combat these elephants, I'm sure. Rathers, really nice. Has anyone been able to get the Rathers to switch to melee mode with an AI yet? I thought I'd cracked it, but apparently not. So it just stays in ranged mode for me. We have Trebs coming from yellow. That might start spelling the end for GamesGod. Sorry. Elephant Archers, good. Potentially will be a good counter to these pikes if they can mass enough of them. Crossbow doing the work. Rathers doing a good job. And then leading them back to the castle. Really nice. Meanwhile, red is pushing back a bit, I think. Elite Janissaries. The Chattel Warriors are just cutting them down. I think just having the numbers advantage really helps. And we can see GamesGod is pushing ahead. I thought HD would outproduce with the number of buildings it's got going here, but I think GamesGod is just doing a better job of keeping its units alive. Or at least Green GamesGod is. It's massing up those ranged units, so it's getting a bit of a death ball going. And blue is just keeping red constantly busy. And then red is walking into these castles. Pommy or SD potentially have Rathers with melee mode. Good to know. Because yeah, I don't think Action Transform works the way I thought it would. This is all in Castle Age, by the way. GamesGod is just committing. Okay, the Ram is attacking the castle now. We got a Treb on the castle here. Is GamesGod being able to stop this in time? That's a terrible lumber camp. That is standard mill placement there for you, or standard camp placement. Are we going to stop it? Are we going to prioritise the Treb? Yes! Castle's on its last legs. The Ram goes down. And GamesGod military count is really high. Imp! There we go. Coinage. Coinage before hitting Imperial Age. Okay, so GamesGod needs to keep these units alive to tech them up, to level them up when we get to Imperial Age. Can it keep them alive long enough? Meanwhile, 222. We've still got loads of Castle Age units. Light Cav upgrade finally comes in for Ethiopians. But Chattel Warriors, man, they're just causing a real nuisance. Chattel Warriors doing less work here. I think the range units are just doing a better job of clearing them up. We've got enough of a mass. Keeping the Trebs away. I don't think there's a Treb attacking here. He says. No, we're good. There's a Treb on the field. Siege rams are going down to the elephants. Really nice. We got... Wow. Decent position to hold, I guess. It's covering the wood line. It also covers this hill, which would be really nice. And we've got raids going on over here as well. So actually, yeah, HD's been bothered. Are they going to be able to stop this castle from going up? Are they going to be able to push back? Treb's going down. I don't think they can. Hunt! Hunt! Okay, that Treb is staying up. It's not being prioritised. We've got Halbin now. And Halb might give these elephants trouble. Oh, you mentioned heated shot for yellow, Randy. I haven't reported this as a bug yet because I don't know what the cause is. But Brightspark also occasionally researches heated shot on a land map. And the only reason it does that is if it detects a military warship on the map. So something is being picked up as a military warship that isn't a military warship. But I don't know what that is. Maybe similar to gates showing up as skirmishers. Or archery class, sorry. Potentially Ratha. I'm not sure. But yeah, something shows up as a military warship. That shouldn't do. Green's doing a great job. We've got upgrades coming in here. Can we get an elephant? We don't quite have elite elephants in there, but we've got enough armoured elephants. Infantry's moving quicker. We've got the trebs going down here. His base is being damaged. How about blue? Blue has clicked in. And I think Hussar against pikes is just not what you want. You got pikes, you got I mean, GamesGod has gone into everything. We've got cav archers. They seem to be idling again. Just as a heads up. Yeah, stand ground is what you want here. We got another castle. Ooh, okay. So this will stop villagers from gathering wood. This would finish yellow, I think. Castle's doing great work here. Imperial Age for GamesGod. Another forward castle. It just froze for a moment, then I thought it crashed. I was so stressed then, but it's not. Okay, this castle goes up. These villagers are going to have nowhere to go. Trade. We're in the trade now. Green taking out a load of the hard work, and they're still producing trade. So this is draining resources from both. Okay, so they're totally in the eco here. Still a high villager count. We can't really count them out yet, but... Oh, there it is. We got guard tower and now we're getting keep. I think actually GamesGod, the amount of towers you build, actually guard tower and castle age might actually be good use. I love that he's still hunting here. This is great. HD AI giving GamesGod a good fight. We are seeing some of these cav archers shoot, so whatever you did, GamesGod, they do seem to. Some of them do seem to be firing. But yeah, stand ground is away. Wow, keeps everywhere. Are we gonna get? Do Bengalis get bombard tower? We're going to find out. They're going chemistry. More towers, more towers. Any more towers? A mill, wow. Farming on the edge of the base. Is that Treb going to have them for their disrespect? Oof. The army is being attracted here, though. Is that Elite Shatal Warrior? No, just basic Shatal Warrior. Yeah, loads of damage here. And actually, the towers, the forward towers, might do a really good job strangling. We've got green now attacking red with the armored elephant. No siege elephant yet. But if they can gang up on the one and finish them off, then it just makes yellow an easier target. We've got 2 more TCs being dropped here. 3 more TCs being dropped here from GamesGod. So just making sure it can recover quickly, I guess, if its villagers get attacked. Is this castle going to go down? Yes, it is. Castle down. 1 castle remaining for red. very little protection. A load of these units are going to survive. They're just being distracted slightly by trade. A load of these buildings will go down. Villager lead very much in GamesGod favour. Though, this castle's going to go down. Oh, no it's not. We're good. That was really close. It's like 1 or 2 hits away. More trebs from green. They should be able to continue the push down south. This camel seems lost. Interesting castle placements right at the back there. Maybe protecting the trade line. Maybe that's the plan. Okay, gradually that TC is going to go down. Arbalest coming in for blue. Wow. The cheek. But yeah, both sides being pushed now. We got enough trebs now that we can start taking things down quickly. Elephants are charging in. Are we siege elephant yet? Yes, we are. I mean, we'll let the castles go down, but GamesGod takes this, right? Surely. Basically, pop capped. Both players desperately trying to build TCs here. Yellow is building one in the Allies base because it feels in danger. Some ranged units with ballistics here would be lovely. GamesGod uses DUC. You can't DUC target enemy trade, so I think that's what's going on there. Perhaps the tower actually in the trade line would finish that off. 4 markets. Oh, look at this. Nice. Do we have another one here? Very nice. Very nice, GamesGod. Some long distance market trade there. It does get its TC up there. The Arbalest DUC, really nice. Heavy camel riders. GamesGods, both GamesGods now on 5 TC. And the military is gradually grinding to a halt. We should see yellow resign shortly. Treb's doing great work. Treb not being prioritised, so it is actually getting some shots in. Elite Elephant Archer, all of the upgrades are in. It's attacking the mining camps. There we go. Resigned from yellow, and red won't be far behind. I think once one ally's resigned, it makes it easier for the other one to resign. 70 bills. They're all pretty scattered. 2 TCs remaining. They'll all zoom in and take that out. Well, I think at this point, I'm not going to necessarily wait for HD to resign unless it does it in a moat, because, I mean, oh, here we go. Slightly incorrect resign rule there, but there we go. Congratulations to GamesGod. GG. These are why I was on 2 times speed. GamesGod's DUC doesn't work on higher than 2 times speed. It will likely glitch out. Also, I don't want to crash the game if speed has anything to do with it. Stats. Decent military. The game went on long enough that I think it was showed GamesGod as more dominant than perhaps he was. Military all over the place. This is the power of towers when you're against HDAI. Interesting. One GamesGod actually consistently gathering more resources, so that's why Blue was able to stay in the game. What was the trade? Early trade from GamesGod, probably getting some value because it was undisturbed and he was able to hold. Early feudal, GamesGod didn't really do anything with it. Probably could have done with going up later to have a better eco. The castles did really good work. So fortifications here really helped. Next facing HD will be Illuminati. Illuminati also goes for a load of towers. So I think we'll be pretty safe against HD, I would imagine. Okay, so before I go to the next game, I really need to take just like a couple of minutes to break because I've been sat here for quite a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause here for a moment, and I will be back in 5 minutes. Okay, and we're back. So let's do game 3 of this set. I probably can't stream much longer because I still got some work prep to do for the morning. But let's get game 3 done, and then I can look into what happened with game 1 separately. And if we need to replay it, we can replay it on the next stream. So, final set for the GamesGod set, which was on Baltic, 4v4. So we need to roll civs for GamesGod and HDAI. We've got both sets here, so let's get rid of those. And okay, let's see. Looks like I didn't get rid of Bengalis from there. That's okay. If we roll any of the same civs again, we can just get rid of them. So civ 1s for GamesGod. Byzantines. Just double checking. Yeah, we haven't had Byzantines. We're all good. Britons. Byzantines, Britons. Berbers. All the bees. Bohemians next. Not quite. Cumans. Good to see. And over with HD. Huns. Portuguese. Romans. And finally, Lithuanians. Let's set this game up. Thank you, GamesGod. Yeah, we'll make this the last set for today. Last game, I should say. And pick up the other one at another time. So, 4v4. Baltic. We need a GamesGod. Another GamesGod, another GamesGod, and we need these to be HD. We need that to be a large map. That's on 8 already. Team sizes are set, so that's all okay. So just recapping on the civs that were selected. So GamesGod had Byzantines for the first one, Britons for the second, Berbers, I believe it was, for the third. Just check that. It was Berbers. And then Cumans for the final one. Will we see some early siege workshop action there, or maybe double TC? Whereas HD went for Huns, Portuguese, Romans and Lithuanians. Okay. Just double checking. That all looks okay to me. I think we're good to go. Let's switch to capture age. GamesGod hoping that this AI doesn't crash. I'm still on the game. That's what's going on there. Let's switch away. So, what have we got? We begin here, let's by changing the names because that's already very confusing. GamesGod. I'll leave the rest of the names there. That's okay. Okay, so not quite getting sheep yet, but it'll probably do a couple of circuits. We've got boar near the water and deer on the sides there. So that's a hunt flank. We've got the first pocket, Portuguese. I mean, potentially good on water. Could also go organ guns behind this. Let's see if it finds all of its sheep. We've got some on the outskirts. But again, plenty of space for the scout to do some circling. This scout is already going out there quite a bit. We've got a boar being lured. Ah yes, the 2 villager boar lure. I remember HD doing this a fair bit. We might have already scouted this boar here, but if not, the scout will certainly do it. Looking like a pretty good start there for HD. Got boar being chased here, so again, good early boar lure. People being pulled off berries. Another boar by the water, which is going to get spotted when that horrible lumber camp gets built. Meanwhile, GamesGod. Pushing deer already. Already got a boar. Got one here. Missed some sheep, but it's close enough to the berries we might hope that it will find it. In fact, this scout is about to pick them up, hopefully. Or run right past it. Typical AI stuff. Decent lumber camp though. So I think he's going to be okay for now. We'll see if they get this later. Gathering from deer. Missing some more sheep. We've got 2 boar here that haven't been hunted yet. So green actually. Potentially in some trouble. Gathered the livestock quicker as well because they're Britons. So they've gone through those fairly quickly. So they are relying on berries. Blue Scout has gone rogue. Not scouted the boar, but is going ahead. Maybe to try and do a bit of aggression. Long distance deer hunting here for Cyan. Missing a boar here too. Missing some sheep. Missing some sheep. So I'd say actually this is looking pretty bad for GamesGod for a start. Long distance deer. First stock. In fact, we've got a couple going for a dock at the same time. HD just lost his scout. I wonder what that flashing was. GamesGod is scouting the enemy with 2 scouts, 3 scouts. That's looking pretty menacing. And they've all clicked feudal. So actually, despite this, they are the first of feudal. HDAI is also starting to build docks. So we've got a couple of docks being built there. Yellow already has one. I thought that might have been a second, but it's not. So yeah, looking like all of the HDAIs have docks. Are we going to see any potential raids here from these scouts, or are they just wandering? They are just scouting the enemies at the moment. Orange did find a ball late. Blue never did, never found its sheep. So it's going to start panic building farms, I imagine, along with its stock. Cyan is the first to feudal age, so it looks like GamesGod is going for feudal rush for all of its AIs. We have got a first fishing ship. We've got a tower, which actually not a bad tower. If you're protecting the dock, decent job. HD might lose another scout. Close. Interrupted this ball law, so this villager's having to come back. Thankfully, it is at max health. Green getting loom. Ooh. So I found it a bit late, but it has got the ball there. There is another one it's missing. So green is still playing catch up. Yeah, has a score lead. So the exploration, I think, from the fishing ship doing that job there. So yeah, actually it looks like all of these towers are being purposefully built by the docks. So that's actually a feature. It's not a coincidence. Do we have a tower from here yet? Yeah, there we do. So actually, yeah, GamesGod is building towers deliberately by its docks. That's a really nice touch. I didn't quite think it ranged the units on rivers, but with fletching it did. HD, however, one of the pockets here, loads of fishing ships, already getting ready to fast castle. So it's going to hit feudal age. It's already going to have the food it needs, so it just needs its buildings. Can it get its buildings? We got a blacksmith, we got a market. Yep, fast castle. Pretty nice. Using the docks as a dropping off point, again really nice. So red, also really decent economy, but 3 docks, fire ships. So similarly to last time, it is seeming to focus on navy. GamesGod started with galleys and now is switching to fire ships. So maybe seeing the fire ships, and that's attacking the fishing ships here. Towers doing their work. GamesGod towers. Here they are. We got a blacksmith here. Are we going to get fletching? Like for the tower, perhaps? Red fire ships doing work. We got 2 going to Castle H. We got an annoying galley. Demo ships from GamesGod again. So maybe to try and counter the fire ships. To be fair, some demos with these against these vills would be amazing. Yeah, not quite enough there, but putting up a decent fight. Okay, so the 2 pockets, GamesGod's pockets, are getting ready for Castle Age. They're not quite there yet, but they are giving it a go. Demo ships, and then we've got this coming in here. We've got more ships coming in from the HDAI. The tower's only going to do so much, and they don't have fletching yet. We're seeing more demo rafts. Are we going to get some good demos here? It's storing them up again. So actually, the tower's keeping them busy. Meanwhile, we got Cyan, that's doing a bit of distracting. Blue just pulling all of the Navy over there. So actually, GamesGod does a lot of running to keep units away. It really helped in the earlier game with the single camel taking a whole light cav army out. Two demos. Finally going Castle Age. They're all going demos. So this could help equalise somewhat, but the trouble is the demos go. So you still got to, you're in a similar situation. You've got to replace your numbers afterwards, and I don't think that's enough damage. And the dock goes. The galleys are going to start disrupting the land here, so that pocket is in trouble. We've got villagers being hurt here, very similar to the Sun Tzu Bright Spark game. Archers are distracted by these ships. They do outrange the fire ships though, so that is helping. But yeah, they are racing towards trying to get Navy, and slowly HD is asserting dominance. Are we going to get... Ah, that would have been a nice one. I think this is a scout. A scouting demo ship. Oh, oh, oh! No. Okay. I'm going to stop being excited about that. There's a load of fires over here. Demo ship is going to come in and do nothing. There's loads of fire ships over here as well. Again, we are getting some demo explosions here. We've got a demo stored up here. The tower's going to be doing some work. But here we can see HDAI, clear eco lead, clear military lead. Albeit a lot of it is on water. What's going on up here? Scouts. Okay, they're being distracted, but maybe they can do some damage over here and win the land war. TC doing his job again. This tower's going to go down. Crossbows, a little too close. Finally found this boar. Okay, so we've got some raiding going on with orange. That's idling them a bit. Blue is ahead of orange, so that side you could argue that blue is winning there, although it is being bothered by here. The fire ships will have limited damage. At this point they can't reach, but if he keeps rebuilding his docks, that's going to be a problem. More towers, as always. Villagers going down though with the scouts. Really nice. The scouts going for the ships. No, they are being microed to deal with the land. So actually, on the land point of view, it's not too bad. Terrible lumber camp again. I'm not sure what it's building there. Surely, even if you're using camp distance, surely it would find something here. Maybe it needs to be as far away from an existing camp or something. Yeah, that's a shame. We've got 4 TCs from yellow, 4 TCs from purple versus 3 and 3. But HD is only slightly ahead in terms of villager count, considering how late in the game we are now. 2 of GamesGods are still in feudal age. We got a whole mix. We got genitors coming from the Berbers. None of the allies seem to be doing it. We are getting raids again up here. And we're going Castle Age for blue. So we are switching into Castle Age. And blue is able to do some damage. We have 3 demo rafts in here. Oh, not in here. Where are the 3 demo rafts? 2 demo rafts. In here? In here. Hey, cav archers are firing. Great to see it. So something is changing here, it seems. So yeah, whatever change GamesGod made, it works in some cases. It's just not consistent. Oh right, good point. So HD is actually, its lead isn't because of villagers necessarily. It's they're pretty even on villagers. It's because of the fishing ships, and they're going to get less and less efficient as time goes on. Oh, GamesGod. I mean, it's keeping him safe, I guess. Are we getting more towers over here? I feel like this is a place that needs it. Not quite. Maybe it only builds extra towers in Castle Age. Are we going to see more from blue? Genitors from blue as well. Here we go. We're hesitant again. But yeah, HD dominating the sea. Forward towers. Okay, that's where the towers are going. So orange actually I think is in trouble. 39 vils. Closest one that's in trouble here is GamesGod. Grey GamesGod. Also down to 47. Still in feudal age. So we might see an elimination on both sides. And then it's a case of what happens next. A load of HD's pop is taken up by Navy. So there is a chance that GamesGod actually ends up, both ends up being pop capped, but because GamesGod is on land, is able to do more damage to enemy eco. Oh, this. We can see the Genitor is at least trying to get some hits in and will idle, if not kill the villagers. A castle near the water is very nice here for GamesGod. Actually, if we can lure a load of ships here, that might do the trick and do that. 34 minutes. No one's at imp yet. Yellow has clicked to imp. And it looks like grey's about to go. And actually, red's got quite a bit of a land army coming. With all of this stopping Cyan on the site. Oh man, this is horrible. the towers. Get guard tower, GamesGod. Guard tower. Once grey goes, and I think grey is going to go soon, all this pressure is going to hit Cyan. And I don't know if Cyan can take it. This castle's working wonders in shooting down a load of HD's Navy. These will go down fairly quickly to castle fire. So we are going to see those numbers drop. You can see it's dropping really quickly. He says as it creeps back up. We do have Bodkin as well, so it should have the range. Imp from GamesGod as well. So we've got first HDAI going Imp, we've got green going Imp, but we are seeing the pressure going on to Cyan. The towers will hold off for a bit, but they're not going to hold off an Imperial Age army if one comes. And we've got Imperial Age ships coming up. Still decent village count here. Grey's out. Grey's got one archer left. Just scouting about, but Grey's done. Blue's fortifying, is building more castles. 58 vills, hasn't really built up much. But Orange is still on 33 vills as well, so Orange isn't doing great either. But yeah, I think 4v4 GamesGod is just outnumbered. Yeah, attacking the ships is going to clear up pop space. Yeah, that's a fair point. Imperial Age units. Crop rotation. We might see some of a fight from green. I like the honoured shots. We've got demo ships rather than BAFs now. More towers. Demos aren't going to really do anything here. Fire ships maybe. And red. Red and yellow. So, if Cyan holds, there's a chance that that GamesGod can still bounce back. We saw it in the last game, but we've got Cannon Galleons coming in now. We've got Dromons coming in now, and yeah, with Cyan going, I think that's the end. Green can't attack on or can't defend on both sides. Heated shot again, a little too late. We have got towers and castles here. Again, they are watchtowers, so they're not going to do much. We've got a navy. Okay. Cyan is trying to put up some sort of fight, although that's just bypassed all of the ships. So that's just default targeting there. DUC targeting would have been really nice for the ships. Yeah, and Genital's not what you want against this army composition. Against Cavaliers. Green is pushing. Two. Meanwhile, Cyan being pushed really hard here. A third more fills, but then again, Grey is actually eliminated. Over double the military count, although a lot of that's on water. Cav Archers not firing is not helping the situation. Longbows. 10 Cavaliers, not enough. Is that Cataphract? It is a Cataphract. Okay. More HD going to Imp. We are going to see Cyan get destroyed over here, despite the vast number of towers. Do we have Cannon Galleons doing stuff? Attacking Navy at the moment. So we've got a number of Cannon Galleons. Ah, here we go. They're bothering the shoreline. And the demo raft is prioritising the Galleon. Oh, demo's here. Nice to see. Ram's now going into green space. Here we go. And I mean, even Red's army, like we got light cav, but they're going into Cavalier now. Green is still solid in terms of Vil count, 130. The watchtowers, unupgraded watchtowers. Heavy demo from Red. Love to see it. And out of interest, has Yellow lost its fishing ships, or did Yellow delete its fishing ships? Looks like it may have deleted them to save pop space. I know it deletes fills. It's nice. War galley, but I mean heavy demo ships. They're just going to sink these. I like this round going for the docks. Just completely keep them off water. The raids are still happening here. This castle's slowly getting beaten down. We have got Treb over here as well. Purple's been relatively untouched. We've got some Centurions, but it's mostly trash. Both using trash and navy. Not how you would probably expect to see Romans being used. And Scion just won't die. 18 bills. I say won't die, it just won't resign. Elite Cannon Galleon from yellow. Taking on Green's Navy. 131 bills going up to 134 still, so still going there. Good defense from Green. Longbowman will do a decent job. Probably needs more of them though. Hussar coming in for red, Halberdier coming in for purple. The navies are chilling out. We've got another push coming here from orange. 3 ramps, that'll deal with the tower, for sure. Particularly with the pikes protecting it. And blue still Castle Age. A keep, finally, from green. Got a couple of towers. Oh man, the ram train. 8 rams, fully upgraded. I think this castle goes up anyway. There it is. Seeing longbows trying to take down a siege ram. It's frustrating. The light cav will eventually do it. Nice, nice explosions there from the demo ship. Demo's doing some decent work there. The keeps will help. Scion's still alive. 1 vil. No vils. 1 vil being produced. 1 vil. No vils. And the TC stands because the cavalry got bored. So that's why Scion's still alive. We are going to see all of these die. Are the cannons going to take down this castle? Is this going to go for it? Yes. Yeah, patrol attack really doesn't work well for Navy, I found. They just love going into castle fire. But with a little bit of micro to the cannon galleons, that should do the job. They should go down. No more villagers in the castle. There it is, castle down. Keeps are still clearing things out of the base. But we're looking at double population, over double population. Scion finally got defeated. The TC went down. So now all the pressure is on green. Blue's on 93 vils still. It's refusing to die. Bombard tower from Portuguese. Do we have Fatorias? Fatorias? No. suppose this eco's doing just fine without them. Oh no, here we go. Betoys. We got the one. Pretty decent, but the full trade is there. I noticed as well the fishing ships seem to have gone for all but orange, so it... oh no, red still has some as well. But it looks like purple may have perhaps deleted them as well. Moving on the cannons here, taking out the docks. Looks like blue is being focused. Whole navy coming here. All of these are going to die to castle fire. It's really. Bombard towers are going to keep pushing. We've got bombard cannons over here. Loads of bombard towers from yellow. It's going, how do you like it, GamesGod, with the towers? And I think with the last castles going down, I think we call it. Split micro for genitors. This game is done. Let's see if we can speed it up. And if it does cause a crash, we'll give the game to HD anyway. And there we go. End of the road for GamesGod. So this is ending up being a 1-1. With a crash game as the opening. Man, he really did build up a lot, didn't he? Loads of helps. Huns being the dominant player there, apparently. Yeah, much bigger army size. Most of that navy, though. So yeah, HD just prioritised the water, held it really well, and GamesGod attacked the navy with land units. So quite similar to the Bright Spark Sun Tzu game. HD were the only ones who had relics. Pretty decent castle age time, although Portuguese get faster research, so that potentially could be a bit quicker. Just looking back at the eco as well, you can see HD pretty consistently in front, apart from that green GamesGod, which actively tried to boom. And finally, number of castles. GamesGod did build a couple. I really like the positioning of GamesGod's fortifications. I thought that was particularly good, placing them behind the docks. It wasn't quite enough to do it this time. There wasn't enough military dominance, but yeah, really nice idea. Maybe upgrade the towers. So This went on a bit later than I was planning to, so I'm going to leave the stream there and I'll update the brackets accordingly. With the first game, I will see if I can get in touch with Cheese on Toast to see if we can find a cause for that crash. Failing that, if we think it's just a kind of a freak accident, then we'll go down the road of replaying the game. But let's see if we can find out first. Shame for it to go that way. It was looking like a close game. But yeah, either way, we'll have it resolved by next stream. But thank you for joining, folks, and I'll catch you again with it'll be Naga versus Definitive Edition AI for the next set. So yeah, look forward to that one. Take care.